Chelsea nil, Everton 2. Another disgraceful performance from the Blues and another all too familiar story. Just not good enough all over the pitch. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know where to go from here. But yeah, just all too predictable. It was. I mean, in the preview, I predicted a draw more out of hope than expectation because I just didn't want to say we were gonna lose. But yeah, this club right now is a mess from top to bottom. There seems to be no soul. There seems to be no identity. There seems to be nothing right now. And to be brutally honest, we are average at the top. We are average in the dugout, and we are average at best on the pitch. From top to bottom, we are not good enough. Simple as that. Simple as that. And do you know what? You just look at it, and this is not just a simple solution. It's not just one issue that we've got. This is a multifaceted issue, and for me, like, if you're going to be apportioning blame, then yes, the manager does have to do better. Of course, the manager is not blameless at all. Is not blameless at all in this situation. However, I think it's also fair to say that we have not been given the tools to perform to the level required right now. Too many of these players in the first team aren't good enough to play for this club at this point in time. Could they be good enough? Absolutely, they could be good enough. Of course, they could be good enough. But right now, they are not at the level required to perform in the Premier League to get us to where we need to get to. That is the reality of the situation right now. This team's not good enough. And yes, the manager's got to do better. Yes, the tactics and all that need to be better and things like that. But today, the lineup was good. The lineup was what people wanted. People wanted Silva to be dropped. People wanted Raheem Sterling to play. I don't think there can be any situation, any issue with the lineup. But other than that, that's about as good as it got today. Was the starting lineup. We started reasonably well. We did some half decent stuff in the first few minutes. Mudryk having some good success against Ashley Young, and I would say that Mudryk was probably our best outfield player today. We didn't get the ball to him anywhere near enough, but this is a big problem. And I mean, with all that going on, I completely forgot. Reece James injured again, another hamstring problem. Whose idea was it to say that the surgery was not the right route to go down? How many hamstrings injury is this? 4, 5 hamstring injuries. Reece has missed over 60 games of football since Porto. Sanchez also has gone off injured. He said he felt his knee against Old Trafford. And then obviously Cucurella sort of twisted his ankle or something. I saw him after the game going to the team bus, and he was limping, not walking particularly well. So that's potentially another 2 players down. Definitely 1 player down in Reece James. I don't know what to say about Reece. I don't really know what the solution is. But look, if I'm being perfectly honest right now, the last thing we should be doing is removing the manager. That for me, it doesn't change anything. It just hands over the same problems to someone else. Like, what is someone else going to do? I mean, if you keep sacking managers, who in their right mind is actually going to want to come to this club and want to come and try and take on this project? Who's going to want to do that if they know that within 10 or 15 games, the manager's going to then be potentially moved on again? This is the problem right now. Who is going to want to come to this football club? Who's going to want to come to this football club? If we keep sacking managers, we keep doing that. We're not allowing. Well, this is the point. When people say sack the manager, right? Not a single one of them can provide an actual alternative that would come in and do any better. It's simply not the case. It simply isn't the case. Zidane, outside of the Real Madrid bubble, is totally unproven manager. Real Madrid is a very unique set of circumstances as a manager. You know, Zidane unproven outside of Real Madrid. Hansi Flick, you know, who people go on about, absolute shit show as German manager. He was fucking awful. You know, that's the thing. Mourinho is not going to come to Chelsea in these circumstances. This is my point, people. There aren't actually any viable alternatives. And ultimately, and it's a big if, because I don't think they will, if they decide to get rid of the manager, like, it's going to be another project manager. It could well be someone like Arne Slot. It could be someone like Arne Slot. You know, they spoke to him in the thing. But this is what I mean. Like, people mentioning like managers that win right now. Conte is a guy that will not. Could you imagine Conte working with this squad? He throws his toys out the pram every 5 minutes when he's not got a team that's capable of winning. This team's not ready to win. You're not going to get any of those win now managers to come to this team, because this team is not ready to win now. That's the reality, people. This team's not ready to win now. So why would any win now managers come? You know, when we had success in the past switching managers, it's because the squad was ready to win right now. This squad is nowhere near ready to win right now. So when people say, oh, Conte, oh, Mourinho, like, come on, guys, let's engage our brains a little bit on this one. They are win now managers. This team is nowhere near ready to win now. Why would they come back? Why would any manager want to come to Chelsea? Why? Other than being paid a load of money, why would anyone look at this project right now and think, oh, yeah, do you know what? I fancy some of that. Look, the manager absolutely has to do better, and he's not beyond criticism at all. Let me make that perfectly clear. But all I'm saying is that the manager is not the biggest problem here. It really isn't. If we're going to be honest, and we're going to be looking at, if you want to be apportioning blame, because people love to have someone to blame, then for me, you've got to look more towards the sporting directors for a larger part of this blame. You know, right now, every Chelsea fan, you know, is not happy. The owners have definitely made a lot of mistakes, 100%, but they're not football people. They have put in place some football people, and the sporting directors, it's the directors, it's the Win Stanleys, the Lawrence Stewarts, etc. That they should have said to the ownership that, you know, that a team full of young players is not going to be successful in football. There's a reason why no one has gone down this route, people. There's a reason why no one's gone down this route in football before, because the chances are it doesn't really work. So why have the sporting directors allowed this to happen and think that building a squad of young players with no experience was going to be successful in football? Only one team that has been successful doing this model. No, none. You know, it's ridiculous. It really is. For me, look, Pochettino not blameless, owners not blameless. But if you're looking for who should be blamed the most, it's the sporting directors for allowing this squad, or for suggesting for this squad to be put together in the way that it has been put together. It's clear right now. It's clear that no, people didn't want Pochettino based on reaching a Champions League final. People wanted Pochettino because because of his record with young players and his track record of improving and developing young players. That's why. I don't think there's a better manager available to go into the situation at Chelsea right now with all these young players than him. Yes, it's not working out right now. Yes, he's struggling. Yes, he needs to do better. But look, people didn't think, you know, that in terms of happy with the team, happy with the recruitment. Yes, I was happy with the recruitment. I don't think anyone really thought about the bigger picture. I think people just thought all these players would just, you know, bed in and gel really quickly. The reality is we've taken massive shortcuts here. Massive shortcuts here. You know, we've tried to build the top floors of the building without having the bottom floor built at all. We've skipped the queue. You know, we've not built the squad properly. We've not phased players out and gradually bought players in. The makeup of the squad's all wrong. There's way too many young, experienced players compared compared to experienced players. Not only that as well, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but we've had so many injuries. Yet whenever it's injuries for Chelsea, it's never ever spoken about. It's never spoken about. It's crazy. Like, we've got so many players out right now, and clear players as well. It's a problem. It is absolutely a massive problem right now. I don't know what we do, but the problem is, we can't change the project. We are too far down the road on the project. We've bought all these players now. We're stuck with the project. We are stuck with the project. Simple as that. Big up the stream, man. Great stuff. Agree with what you're saying. I think we need to improve the structure at the top. Ultimately, like, these directors potentially aren't good enough. Have any of them got any credentials of building of successful squad building? Winstanley is a very good identifier, a very good talent. You've got very good talent ID. Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart would be very good within the multi-club model, but none of them have got experience of building a squad, and it's looking quite clear and obvious right now that they lack experience big time in building a squad. They simply are. They don't have the experience. They simply do not have the experience building the squad. Have they ever built a squad out? No, they haven't, and we wonder why we are potentially in this position. I don't really know where. I don't necessarily know where we go from here. And the problem is now as well, like, the worse we do, and the more and more that we drop down and fall off, and the experienced quality that we need, are they going to want to come to us? Why would Victor Osimhen come to us? Why would someone like Ivan Toney, who's probably looking at one big move in his career, left at sort of 27 years of age? This will be his move will be the big move in his career. Like, why would he come here? This is the problem now. When we start doing so badly and we miss out on Champions League for a second season in a row, because let's be real, we're not qualifying for the Champions League. At this point, these top players and the top experienced players that we need to come in, why they're not going to want to come to us? They simply aren't going to want to come to us. So yeah, it's a huge problem right now. A huge problem. It's a massive problem. I don't know what I don't know what the solution is. I really don't. Yeah, Girona are doing an absolute madness. I mean, could it potentially be a Leicester could it be a Leicester? By the way, guys, as well, make sure you smash the likes. We've got 44 in the building, only 19 likes. Come on, people. Let's get this up to at least 50 as quickly as possible, guys. As quickly as possible. Let's run this up to 50 likes. Make sure you smash that like button. And let's get it all done. Run the likes up, guys. It's a tough one tonight. Well, I hope they win the league. Yep. I'm going to get onto Reece James in a sec. We need to stop buying expensive players. You can't buy a team. We need to build. Yeah, but this is the problem, right? We need to. Girona are owned by the City Group, yeah, as well. They're part of the City Group. No, the season's not over. There are two routes into Europe via cup competitions. Yeah, the league is going to be a massive problem for us, but the season's absolutely not over. We can still qualify for the Europa League next season by winning the Carabao Cup or by winning the FA Cup. That takes on even greater importance now. The season's absolutely not over. It absolutely isn't over. But it's looking very, very difficult in the league right now. It's as simple as that, people. It's looking tricky for us in the league right now. It really is. I don't see I just don't see where things are improving. I really don't. What else have we got? I think the owners need to start stepping up a bit now. They can't just keep sitting there with their heads in the sand. Well, I don't know what you want them to do. They've put the footballing people in charge. And yeah, they've put this squad together. And look, we know this is gonna be a long-term process. But the problem is we can't hide behind the process when we're getting dog shit results every single week. That's not part of the process. Part of the process is showing that we are improving and going in the right direction. And right now, despite the positives in the early part of the season, we have regressed in recent weeks in terms of performances and in terms of results as well. This team's not good enough to win right now. You know, Pochettino said it himself after the game. You know, that our reality now is that we're mid-table. And I think we've got to get to a point as fans where that is the reality. We can't keep saying that, oh, you know, we're better than where we are. These players are better than this position. This is 15 or 16 games into the season now, and we are 12th in the table because that is where we deserve to be, because that is how good this team is right now, and it's not very good. Poch saying after the game, our reality now is mid-table, and if we want to go up, we have to push ourselves. When the transfer window opens, we will see what we can do. I'm not saying I'm going to ask for more players or less players, but it is to see if perception matches reality. This is the thing, people. Like, ultimately, like I've seen people criticizing him for saying this. We are a mid-table team. We are. That is the reality. That is the facts. People need to realize that. You know, I've said it in the past, but actually, we do need more players. It is clear as day that we are crying out for someone that can put the ball in the back of the net in the centre forward position. In the centre forward position, we are desperate for a reliable goal scorer. We don't need a lot. We need a reliable goal scorer, and that is going to make that will make a big difference to this team. We are so toothless in attack. You could see it in games like today. We are so toothless. But the reality is, we are a mid-table team. That is where we are at right now. And even a mid-table team is putting it politely. People saying Poch was set up to fail. He knew what he was signing up for. No, of course he knew what he was signing up for, and he knew it was going to be difficult. But you do feel that by like the way that the squad's been assembled, whoever took this job, it was going to be very, very difficult. Now, if another manager had taken it, would we be doing this badly? Who knows? We could be doing even worse, or we could be doing slightly better. But I don't think we can pretend that, you know, we'd be in the top 5 or top 6 in the table right now with someone else in charge. I think the owners might have not done the revamping of the squad the right way, but we keep dwelling on it after it happened last season. It comes to a point where we do have to support the team. Of course we do. And there's no point talking about, you know, changing the project. We're too far down the road on this project. Now. There's no way that we can change the project. We've just got to hope that it starts working sooner rather than later. That is the reality of the situation on this one. We don't need a lot more than a striker. We need a striker. You probably say we could do another centre back when Chalobah goes and Silva is more than likely not renewed. You could say maybe we need another left back, but other than that, we don't actually need a lot. We have got a lot of the core of the squad here now, and it's now about making sure that these players are developed and improve and reach the levels that, you know, we think they're going to reach. But the reality is that's a massive if. You know, we don't know how good these players are going to become. Yes, they've got high ceilings and the potential to become very good, but right now these guys are kind of average at best, and that is what we're seeing on the pitch. That's the problem. Yeah, we didn't take our chances. We didn't. Simple as that. We didn't really have that many chances, but we didn't take them, and Everton took theirs. Simple as that. I feel tired of calling the owners after every defeat. It's time for us Chelsea fans to shut up. Notice increase in performance. Yeah, I say we need a centre forward. I don't know if we need a right winger necessarily. I just don't know. From what I've seen from Caicedo, I think he's at risk of losing his starting 11 spot when Lavia is fit. Yeah, potentially. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez have not been good enough. That is absolutely clear. They've both not been good enough. Simple as that. Just tuned in. Game went exactly how I predicted. Pressed to shit and outplayed. No heart and no desire. In regards to signings, I only want to see accomplished experience. Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. And no one's going to disagree with that. The problem is, though, the worse and worse we get, and the fact we're not going to have Champions League football for a second season on the bounce, are these quality, experienced players that we need actually going to want to come here? That is the big problem right now. That is the big problem. That's the reality, people. We have got a massive problem. We can certainly change the structure in terms of the sporting directors and the people in the footballing positions above the manager, but I don't know. I don't know how much it will ultimately change. Hopefully, Gusto back next week. Well, we're going to need him back because Reece James certainly isn't going to play. I wouldn't say Enzo was looking world class. Enzo's had good games this season, but him and Caicedo are clearly struggling massively in that midfield. And I don't know why it is. It's not because they're shit players. It's because somehow the way that the team's being set up is meaning that we're getting overrun constantly in midfield. I don't know what the answer is. That's your opinion, fair, but I'm telling you right now, sacking the manager doesn't change anything whatsoever. It literally changes nothing. So yeah, look, we have ultimately, guys, we need to get one way or another. We need to get to the end of the season with the gaffer intact. That is what we need to do. One way or another, we've got to get to the end of the season with the manager intact. Simple as that. Simple as that. We have to do that. But will we do that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the tipping point for the ownership would be in terms of this manager. But you can't build a project like this and build a squad like this and then decide after 16 games that you're going to get rid of the manager. It's ridiculous. A reminder that these lot are all on 8-year deals. When it gets worse, which it will, that's when they'll give up, sit back and collect the wages. Yeah, look, the 8-year deals thing, it could be a potential problem. I got cooked on me when I said we should pay that price for Caicedo. And now here we are. Look, I've got no doubts that Enzo and Caicedo will become very good players, but right now they're struggling. That's the problem. They're struggling. I'm just going to put it simple. Chelsea have just not been at it this season. No, bro, we haven't. We've been shit. Enzo just too slow for the. I don't think he's too slow. I think he's struggling right now, but you can see that there is absolutely immense quality in Enzo Fernandez. There is. It's just he looks knackered. I'll be totally honest. He looks knackered, and he looks like someone that could do with a break. The problem is we've got games coming thick and fast. This is someone that's pretty much for 2 years now played every single game for club and country. Last 6 months in South America, Benfica, Argentina, and now Chelsea. It looks like someone that's tired, needs rest. I'm not making excuses for him. He needs to do better. I just don't agree with that at all. Literally, we could have just got Luis from Villa, and he'd done a better job than Caicedo. I don't know. There's no connection between any of the players and the fans. No, of course there's not, because it's a totally new playing squad, and that connection has got to be built, and that trust has got to be earned from players to fans. You know, it's going to take time. There's not going to be an instant connection there. Yeah, we've been above 10th this season at times. I think we've been 9th or 8th or 9th or something. No, I'm not, because what's his club football experience like? Probably shite. I don't know what he's done as done. But people keep running the likes up as well, by the way. 56 in the building. If you're new around here as well, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, people. And guys, make sure you're smashing that like button. 15 more likes to 50. There's more than enough people in here, so please do hit that thumb button. It's free. It takes seconds. It boosts the content in the algorithm. And yeah, it really helps me out. So yeah, on a difficult day, one simple little favor to smash that like button. I would really appreciate it to hit 50 likes, people. So let's get that done, guys. No excuses now, people. We're playing one game a week. I'm so numb. Season is over. These last 2 games showed where we're at. This is our level. Yeah, the season's not over, but look, this is our level right now. Right now, people, we are a mid-table team. Simple as that. That is the reality of the situation, guys. We don't even play in Europe. No, we don't. Enzo's probably thinking I should have stayed at Benfica and played Champions League, maybe. Thick and fast, not being funny. We play one game a week. Well, yeah, generally speaking, we do. But over this Christmas period, we're not. People calling for the sack of Pochettino are completely ridiculous. How can he get top four with a team of under 23s with no Premier experience? This is what I agree on. Look, he should be doing better, but the hand that he's been dealt with, the way the squad's been built, is I do have sympathy for him in that regard. Look, to be honest, there's share of the blame across all areas, but I think ultimately the most blame has got to go for the sporting directors for thinking that we were going to have success with building a squad like we've done with young, inexperienced players, particularly inexperienced players that don't have any experience in the Premier League either. That's the reality of the situation. So we're talking about apportioning blame. Yes, the manager has to take responsibility and take some of the blame. He has to do better. He's not getting enough out of these players. But at the same time, if we're being honest, the sporting directors have got to take probably the lion's share of the blame for what's going on right now, because they assembled this squad thinking that a squad of young and experienced players would be successful. And that simply isn't the case right now. That simply is not the case right now. Well, the owners aren't going anywhere. So the owners aren't going anywhere for 10 years. So there's no point to wanting the owners out or going down that route, because that isn't going to happen. That's the reality of the situation. We've made two. The squad's depleted because we've not recruited in the right areas yet. We still need a centre forward, desperately need a centre forward. Ultimately, like we have to move away from constantly just rotating and sacking managers, because otherwise we're never ever going to move forward as a team. If you do 15, 16 games as a manager, sack, next manager comes in, same problems, and then 15, 16 games later, oh, he needs to go. You just go round and round and round in a vicious cycle without actually making any progress. Do you know what? Like sometimes to make progress, you've got to take a lot of pain. And right now we are taking some pain, but in the long run, I think we will be successful again and we will win again. But right now it does seem a long, long way away. But we are going to have to take some more pain as well this season. Today we got double slapped, the women's team, and the women's team lost to Arsenal, did they? I don't know if you're the only one, but look, I'm not saying they were horrific today, but we need a lot more from not just them, but from the whole team in general, guys. We need a lot more from a lot of these players. We need a lot more. Simple as that. It's as simple as this. If he doesn't beat Sheffield United, look, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not thinking about the Sheffield United game right now, but I from what I've seen in the last two games and what I've seen for large parts of this season, I don't see how we beat Sheffield United next week. But let's worry about that later on. What happens if it gets toxic every week? Then if we keep losing, well, look, if we keep losing, then something might have to be done. But I just don't know. I'm lost for words, really. I think this project will come good. It's just when. It seems longer every day I watch a Chelsea game. Yeah, every week that goes by, it feels like we're further and further away from this being a success. Look, I understand it's going to be a process. I get that. But at the same time, you can't use the process as an excuse for shit performances week in, week out, and what we're seeing on the pitch right now. You can't hide behind the process, Ultimately, we are where we are because these players, that is the level right now of these players and this team. We're a mid-table side, and that's even that's being a little bit generous. Even that is being a bit generous, guys. This is where we deserve to be, because the players we've got right now, this is their level at this point in time. This is not their ceiling. This is not as good as they'll ever be. But right now, this is Chelsea's level. This is the players' level. And right now, this is also the manager's level. And we need to see more from everyone. Pochettino, worst thing I ever seen happen to Chelsea. I think that's a bit strong. Everton are actually playing well this season. Well, they would be in the top 10, I think, if it wasn't for their points deduction. They'd be clear of us. They really would. Placing the manager is not the fix unless Guardiola or Klopp becomes available. But even if they were to become available, A, why would they take it? And B, would they actually do a lot better? I don't think they would. This is a very tough hand. Yeah, no, I get it. A loss at Sheffield United would be horrendous, but I don't think people are realising, like, who comes in. You don't want to go with another fucking interim manager and then try and find someone else at the end of the season. Like, if you are going to remove the manager, you remove the manager and you instantly have someone else lined up to take training the next morning. None of this interim shit, if you are going to do that. So, look, I don't think we're near that point in terms of the ownership. I know certain parts of the fan base are, but in terms of the ownership, I don't think we're near that point at all. But yeah, it's certainly not looking great. Did you see this camera pan? Bro, I think it reflects our club right now. 40-point target and player bonding is our target. This is maybe a cup, maybe a Carabao Cup. Although I just don't feel particularly confident on that one either right now. I mean, what can we feel confident about? And this is the big problem as well. What have we actually got to feel confident about? I don't know. I just don't know what the answer is, guys. That is the reality of the situation. I don't know what the answer is right now. But I mean, what confidence can we have as a club? There's not much. There isn't much, because right now there are literally right now 0 positives at Chelsea. A big fat 0. Guys, I've got so many comments in the chat. I mean, I can't get through them all. Apologies if I've not read your one out and I've skipped it or whatever. But if you really want your comment read out, people, I'm going to have to go to the bottom now. If you really want your comment read out, please do use the super chat function, guys. It guarantees your comment will be read out. Any donation, no matter how big or small, will be greatly appreciated. And we're almost 100 people in the building. Keep smashing that like button, guys. Let's try and get this to 100 likes. We're on 50 now. Let's try and bang another 50 likes if we can, guys. It would be greatly appreciated. And subscribe to the channel as well if you are new round here. Obviously heading towards 8,000 subscribers now. We're 7,145 at the moment, guys. So yeah, if you can help get to 8,000, that would be brilliant. Anyone that's not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to move away from this. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and it ties in. I mean, I just want to briefly look at the form that we've undertook so far, and this is it. Chelsea have got 39 points from 39 Premier League games in 2023. So far, no ever-present Premier League side have won fewer in this period, excluding the points deductions. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, and Nottingham Forest. Chelsea, Palace, Nottingham Forest, 39 points. 42 for Bournemouth, 44 for Everton, 47 for Wolves, and 48 for Fulham. That is mad. That is an absolute madness. I can't really believe it. Absolutely cannot believe that. Someone's ringing me and I don't know who it is. I haven't saved the number. Oh, I do know who it is. It's fucking Matty Dav. But I can't answer that because I'm doing this. But yeah, that just highlights what an absolute disaster that this fucking year has been. 39 points from 39 games. What's 39 times 3? Let's do a quick calculation on that one. 39 times 3. 39 points out of 117. That is mad. That is absolutely mad, and it's disgraceful. And I don't see really any evidence on us getting more than 39 points in the next fucking 39 games right now. But anyway, guys, we're going to have a serious conversation right now about Reece James, because this is a big problem, a massive problem. Is this it here? Yeah. So he went off in the first half. He felt something in his hamstring. It's not so nice for him to suffer another injury. He's an important player. We absolutely know he's an important player, but this is ridiculous now. It is absolutely ridiculous. Reece James, since Porto, has missed 64 games of football. In the last 2 years, since Porto, he's missed 64 games of football. He's been out for more than a season and a half, pretty much. Reece James has been out for more than a season and a half since we won the Champions League in Porto. At what point are we going to start having a conversation about this? And why? Who advised him to not get the surgery? Why did we decide to go down this route of not getting the surgery? All that's happening now is he's spending months and months and months on the sidelines, and then yeah, and then he doesn't have the surgery. Doesn't have the surgery, and it's just why? Reece James right now is turning into Jack Wilshere. Loads of talent, loads of ability, but can't stay fit for 3 games in a fucking row. I mean, seriously. This guy cannot stay fit for 3 games in a row. I don't get it. I just do not get it. I don't understand. I really don't understand right now what to do with Reece, because yes, he's the captain, of course, and he's Chelsea. And look, we love him, and he's a world-class player when he's fit. The problem is he's not fit. We've had more captains and fucking wins this season. The captain's armband gets passed around like a game of fucking pass the parcel. It's ridiculous how many captains we've had right now. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know how we sort of sort this Reece James thing out, but it's clear right now that Reece James is not going to play again this year. It's yet another hamstring issue, and I'm going to lose my shit if he's not going for the surgery. Just the reason why I didn't want to go for the surgery was because it would have been too long on the sidelines. He could have had the surgery in both fucking hamstrings and come back with the amount of time that he's ended up missing through all these fucking injuries. I don't understand how he's picked up so many injuries. Like we've managed him really carefully. He's not even once has he played 90 minutes for us. He hasn't played 90 minutes once for us. Hasn't completed a 90 minutes this season. He's becoming a liability right now, and ultimately, it doesn't matter how good you are as a footballer. If you cannot be available, then you cannot influence this team. It's as simple as that. You know, I'd rather have someone that is not as talented, but is at least available every week to be able to have an impact and influence the team. And right now, you know, it's looking like not the right decision to have made Reece James captain, because he simply isn't available enough of the time. He really isn't. I'm not saying that Reece should never be a Chelsea captain. He absolutely should be. But I think in hindsight, one, I think it was perhaps too early for him. And secondly, how have we got a captain and a vice captain in James and Chilwell, who between them can't stay fit for 5 fucking minutes? Like that is not a good situation to be in whatsoever. I'll take Lauren over Reece right now, yeah. We need a third choice centre back. Gusto's injured as well. You mean right back? I mean, I hate to agree with you, but it looks like Reece James is becoming a bit of a liability. He is. Do we not have a good right back at Cobham coming through? I don't really know. Yeah, brother, it certainly is, mate. It is being passed around like no one's business. It's it's mad. It is mad what's going on with the captain's armband right now. Yeah, bro. Do you know what? I wasn't even angry after the game. It was just acceptance, you know, that this is what was going to happen. It's just become very, very draining. That's the reality. Why did he not get it last season? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why it's happening. But conversations need to happen about Reece James, because what do we do right now? You know, because it's a captain and a top player that is literally hardly ever available. You know, you can almost guarantee that he'll miss half a season every fucking season at the moment. I don't know. I don't know what we do, guys. I really don't know what we do with Reece James. We're not going to. Oh, obviously, I'm not saying we should sell him or anything like that. Like, I love Reece, and I think he's a top player. It really is. I don't know. I don't know what we do. Reece James is just like Every match after 20 odd minutes, it just looks like he pulls up. He's just in the treatment room way, way, way too often. And in the nicest way possible, guys, we have got an issue with Reece at the moment. How much Dane? Look at this. Just went off with a hamstring injury. I mean, look. Let me bring this up on the screen right now. Let's get that off. Look at Reece James's injury history right now. Look at his injury history. Like, at what point do we say that this guy is just an injury-prone player? This is page 1 of fucking 2 at the moment. Page 1 of 2. Hamstring injury. Oh, this is Euro Expert. Big up Euro Expert. Didn't even realize it was him. At what point do we say this? Like, I hate to see talented players and world-class players have careers potentially derailed and ruined by injury. But right now, Reece James, 24 years of age. At what point are we going to be thinking that this is just an injury-prone guy, and he's becoming a bit of a liability? Look at all these fucking hamstring injuries. He's already spent 54 days missing with a hamstring injury this season. It'll probably be another 54 fucking days with this next one. Obviously, we're going to get more news later on later on next week. They'll get some more news next week on it. I mean, seriously, this guy's becoming Jack Wilshere 2.0. He really is. Can't stay fit. Long term, I have Reece as a right wing, less taxing on the legs. I don't know. James didn't look interested in the game. I thought he was doing all right. End of the day, we are shocking. No end product, lack creativity, and playing out from the back is shocking. No one knows their positions either by the looks of it. Cut open far too easily. It's almost like we've bought too many new players and too many inexperienced players that don't even fucking know each other. Oh, wait. We have. That's exactly what we've done. Darth, big up, my guy. Absolutely disgusted with how far the club has fallen. Yeah, mate, it's fallen further than I think any of us would have thought. I think we knew that some bad seasons or some off seasons were coming, but I don't think any of us expected it to be quite this bad. Yes, brother. Yes, mate. Bad times. Where he's got the new display picture there from Goodison today, bro. Bad times. Bad times at the moment. I don't know when this is getting any better, brother. I don't know. Thank God there's no midweek game and we can just try and forget about this until Sheffield United next weekend. Convert to another position. He can't run the wings. What else have we got going on here? The warm weather in Madrid will help the hammies. Maybe. Look, I think obviously, he doesn't outwardly express show leadership qualities. But look, there's many different ways to be a leader. But I would agree that, straight away he doesn't perhaps strike you as captain material. I think that's fair. The warm weather in Madrid, I've done that. Relegation if we lose to Sheffield United. No, we're not going to get relegated, people. But it is a concern, and yeah, a major concern in regards to Reece James. I mean, these injuries are just absolutely crippling. And not only is it devastating for him, but it's a massive problem for Chelsea. Thank God we signed Malo Gusto. I mean, Malo Gusto is basically going to end up being Chelsea's first choice right back. He's going to end up being Chelsea's first choice right back. It's as simple as that. He really is. I just don't know. He's going to be a I don't know. I'm really not sure. I really don't know what to say about Reece James. We're bottom for points gained for the year 2023 out of all teams in the Prem. Yeah, look, we are in trouble. There's no denying it. This team right now is not good enough. This team simply is where it deserves to be. Who are you going to beat if you can't beat Sheffield? Do you even think about the internal chaos that could happen if that happens? We've got ways to... Yeah, no, I know. It's a massive problem. Well, I mean, I don't know when Gusto's back. Hopefully next week. Otherwise, it's Disassi again at right back, which is not ideal. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. But yeah, fucking hell. Reece, come on, brother. Come on. Like, Brother, yeah, brother. I'll send you an invoice through, mate. I'll send you an invoice. Now big yourself up, bro. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you have a good start to the week as well, mate. We're in this together, people. We're in this together. We're in the trenches. We just got to hope that the sun will rise on us soon. That's what we have to hope for, people. Let's try and get this to 70 likes if we can. Right now, we are on 60 likes, guys. Let's try and get another 10 likes. There's still 65 in the building, which is brilliant. So let's try and get another 40 likes if we can to get this to 100. Come on, guys. Let's get it moving. Smash that like button if you haven't done so. I'm Poch out if we lose on Saturday, and there'll be a lot of pressure. Look, there will be the pressure is building all the time. There's always pressure at Chelsea, but every poor result we have, and the further we tumble down the table, is going to be a problem. Reece needs to get surgery and take a long break and do it the right way. If we did that the first time, we wouldn't be talking about this. No, I think that's an absolutely fair thing to say. Even if we didn't do it the first time, right? Do it the second or third time. Don't do it the fucking 6th or 7th time it's happened. It's clear that the rehabilitation process that he's going under is not working, or it's not conducive to long-term to have had a proper recovery from these hamstring injuries. I don't know. Hopefully next week, but I've got no idea. I'm starting to wonder whether does Nkunku actually exist? Does he exist? Is he a real person? Have we definitely got him? Is he not just someone that that we've made up? I don't fucking know. But you say we'll not go down, but reality is if we can't win, well, if we keep losing every week, then of course we're going to tumble down the table. Let's be honest, like as shit as we are, this might be famous last words, but we're not as bad as Luton, we're not as bad as Burnley, and we're not as bad as Sheffield United. That's the reality. I'm blaming ownership for this. That's why we're in a mess. The owners changed the Look, what I would say is we had massive problems under Thomas Tuchel and Roman with injuries. This is not just a new medical team issue. It's ridiculous. Everybody thinks Nkunku. Yeah, I know. He's not going to save. He's not going to save the season. Yes, he's going to make a difference. Of course he is. But this guy's not kicked a fucking ball for us. He's not played in the Premier League once. Like the way that the sort of the briefs are coming out from the club on Nkunku is like he's the second coming of Messi, and we're suddenly going to be amazing after it. It's a madness. It is an absolute madness. It really is. We're in a relegation battle. We're not in a relegation battle. We have to question the medical team. I'm getting really close to being Pochettino out every week. Fair enough. What does our data say about our players today? I've got no idea. Probably just says big flat line and they're shit. Nkunku's a myth. Yep. Look, I understand we're being cautious with players. I get it. And I'd rather us be cautious because in the past we haven't been cautious enough and we've rushed players back way too quickly. So I'd rather us be extra cautious, but yeah, at some point they need to come back and they're going to need to come and play. But I don't know what point that's going to be. Let's not pretend Nkunku is some kind of Maradona reincarnation. Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Quick question: if we are 13th in the table in Jan, look, it depends. It depends what the performances have been like. It depends if we've picked up any decent results or not. I don't really know. Yeah. No, we will. We will be a better team for sure. And it will be a lift, but it's not going to fix the fact that we're leaking goals left, right, and centre. It's not going to fix the fact that we non-existent in midfield at times. It's not going to fix those major issues. Now, sometimes you just got to say it how it is. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Up to Liverpool and back, watched the shit show, and then depressing train journey home, and then had to come and do it. I mean, I was tempted just to get into bed, but unfortunately, you know what? Let's come on. Let's talk it through. Let's have it out, and it is what it is. Who was your man of the match today? For us, it was Kaiser. I'd say Mudryk. I thought Mudryk was really good for us today. Or I say really good. I thought Mudryk was good today. The only one that looked to be trying to make anything happen. That I'd go Mudryk. We have to reinforce the team with experience and ready to go players in January. Yeah, no, we absolutely do. But as I was saying earlier, the problem is Like, it looks like we're not going to qualify for the Champions League for a second season on the spin. Are these quality, experienced players that we need actually going to want to come to the football club? I don't know if they are. And a bigger issue as well that we need to address, not just Reece James, who I feel really gutted for him. You know, mentally it must just take such a toll on you, and I feel bad saying bad things about him in terms of these constant injuries. But I have to be honest with it. Like, it's not acceptable to keep getting this many injuries. Like, we've got access to all the best medical care in the world. Why does this keep happening? The surgery has to happen now. The simple as that. The surgery's got to happen. But we're without the skipper again. Fuck knows for how long for. But we're certainly not going to see him again this year. No chance. I'd be shocked if we did. But look, this is more alarming. Look at the form in the last 6 games. 2 wins, a draw, 3 losses. We've scored 12 goals and let in 15. The big problem now is it's 14 goals in the last 5 games. What the fuck is going on defensively? Like I've always said, and I think a lot of people would agree that defensively you don't really worry about us. We certainly didn't at the start of the season. And yet in the last 5 games, or last 6 games, sorry, we've conceded 15 goals. That's just under 4 a game. That is not sustainable. You are not going to move up the table conceding the amount of goals that we're conceding, and conceding them at the rate we're conceding them at. I don't know what the answer is today. The goals that we conceded today, one from a corner as Petrovic hits it out, and then that geezer, I can't remember his name now, Lewis Dobbins or something, smashes it in. The Calvert-Lewin goal, I can't even remember what even happened. Can someone remind me what happened for the Calvert-Lewin goal? I know, did Gallagher give it away and they were kind of through on goal and Sanchez makes a save and then the rebound or something gets put in or something like that? I don't even know, but the amount of goals defensively, we've got a massive, massive problem right now. And I didn't have defence down as an issue at the start of the season, but right now everything's an issue. Defence is an issue, midfield's an issue, and an attack is a massive issue as well. It really is. It's a massive, massive problem. I don't fucking know I don't know how we solve the defense. Why suddenly are we so bad defensively? Has there anyone in the chat got any ideas why we're so bad defensively? I look at our defense and we have pure quality on an individual basis. Caicedo is one of the best young DMs in the league and a World Cup winner, young player of the tournament and World Cup winner, Enzo Fernandez. How are we so bad in defense? I don't know what's happening in defense. Yeah, sure, we could have done with that today, but ultimately, take the 2 goals away. Thiago Silva's played in all the other games. So it's not just the fact that Thiago Silva didn't play, because with Thiago Silva on the pitch, we've still been conceding a lot of goals. I don't know what the answer is. Decore rebound off Sanchez. Oh, yeah, it was Decore that scored, not Calvert-Lewin. If it keeps getting worse, do you think there'll be protests? No, I don't think so. Both Thiago and Sterling. Silva, I think, should have started. Sterling shouldn't have started, in my opinion, because he was dog shit at Old Trafford, and we've not been getting enough from him. That is simple as that. We haven't been getting enough from him. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just don't know what the answer is, guys. It's really tough right now. It really is. Guys, come on, people. We need 5 more likes to hit 70. I'm probably going to go for another 10, 15 minutes or so. Our team is like a donut, has a hole in the middle. Well, it's not just that. We can't score any goals. We can't keep any clean sheets, and we're non-existent in the midfield. I think Badia Shield's got a decent amount of pace, and pace in centre backs is not vitally important as long as you can read the game very well. John Terry didn't have pace, but his reading of the game was exceptional. Thiago Silva, not blessed with pace. His reading of the game is exceptional. You don't need to have pace to be a good centre back. You just got to read the game very well. Why do our players regress when they come to Chelsea? I hate saying this. It has to be some curse, man. Yeah, look, it's right now. I mean, who was the last player that Chelsea signed and genuinely kind of improved? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I haven't got the answers. Also, Poch is playing defenders out of position every week. Look, today, well, look, we had to today because Reece James went off injured. I mean, admittedly, what I probably would have done would have been at that point that James went off injured, I would have left Cucurella at left back, put Disassi to right back, and then brought on Thiago Silva to play alongside Badia Shil. That's what I would have done. But obviously, maybe Silva agreed to be arrested for this game, or he thought that, Silva wasn't right for that situation. I don't really know. Potter had far more excuses, but you were still asking for the sack. When eventually I did, yeah. Eventually I did, because it was literally there were zero signs of improvement, and we were losing every single week. And yeah, it became a situation. It became untenable. Well, I didn't want to get to that position, but there was literally nothing to back at that point. There was nothing to back. We haven't got that far. I haven't got that far yet. Absolutely not. Potter's one chance. I think now if we lose to Sheffield United, he's gone. Even if we were to lose to Sheffield United, which would be fucking horrendous and unacceptable, I still don't think they would sack him. I really don't. Defenders have got no faith in the goalkeeper. What else we got? All of a sudden, we've gone from not conceding much under Potter. Yeah, I know. Defensively under Graham Potter, we weren't actually that bad. It feels like we're worse defensively under Pochettino than we are under Potter. Than we were under Potter. I don't know. I don't know what the answers are. No experience, no true leaders, and no pure desire to win. Yeah. As hard as it is to read that, it's true. We're so poor in ball possession, just give it away in poor areas of the pitch and then get hit on the transition. The whole team stinks in defence. It's not just the back four problem yet. Trust me, if we lose most of these games this month, yeah, I agree. If we were to lose the rest of the games this month, even me, I'd have to say I can't make a legitimate case for this guy to stay if we were to lose. If we were to lose those games, I simply can't. God. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? It's absolutely shite team, and I can't see it getting any better. We need some players who know how to manage a game. Yeah, but look, the manager has to do better, as I've been saying. But look, it really doesn't help with the way that the squad's been put together and the way that the squad's been assembled. It really, really does not help us. Poch wants to get sacked. His comments today destroy the team. We need we do need new signings in January. We need a centre forward. We are desperate for someone that can score fucking goals. We so badly need a centre forward. I don't know how we're going to convince Victor Osimhen to join, if he wants to join at all. I don't even know how we convince Ivan Toney to join. It's going to be a problem, but we desperately need to bring in a forward. We need a striker ASAP. This is a worse season than last season. In a way, right now, I would agree that right now this does feel worse than last year. It does. It really does. Yeah, that. It doesn't feel good saying that either. It really doesn't feel good saying that. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. We don't have a fit defensive midfield player. I've played all season with that one. Neither Enzo or Caicedo are natural DMs. We've just got Lavia. Yeah. I know what you mean. I think the injury point is a fair thing to say as well, because it just feels like whenever it comes to Chelsea, no one really seems to mention injuries. Why is that? Why is that? I just don't get it. Why? We've got so many fucking players out. So many. Why have we always got all these players out? What the fuck's happened to Chukwuemeka? Where's he? Still no Nkunku, still no Lavia, still Chilwell out, Reece James out again. This is on and on and on. Yeah, that's fine. If that's his opinion, fair enough. Lewis is my guy, but I disagree with his opinion on that one. But it is what it is. He has done worse than Potter. I think it was more of a cultural issue than Potter than actual results. Well, the results were shit as well, to be fair. The results were dog shit. I take Solanke, fair. I think Napoli are in talks to renew Osimhen's contract. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Osimhen did renew and maybe a release clause was put in. Potentially, I wouldn't rule that out. Guys, 2 more likes to 70. Come on, people. There's still 60 in the building. Big yourselves up for tuning in on Sunday night. Yeah, getting to 70. Come on, guys. Let's get it to 70 likes. Let's get it to 70 likes. Run it up, people. Run it up now. Let's do it. Tony would choose Arsenal. I think he supports them, and they're kind of look. If I was Ivan Tony, as much as I hate it, mate, I wouldn't be coming here. Why would you come to us? Why would you come to us? Policy of buying under 25s is backfired. It certainly looks that way right now. It absolutely looks that way right now. There's nothing we can do about it. That's the route we've gone down. We now need to rectify this by getting some experienced players in. Poch is starting to annoy me, brushing off defeats like Potter. Also, the way he speaks about other teams with positivity, including Spurs United. Whereas we are. This is how good we are right now. That's the reality, guys. This is how good we are. It really is as simple as that. This is how good we are. Policy of 25 is not going to be. It's like the fucking bloody alcohol policy, isn't it? You have to get ID'd going into Cobham. You 25. You've got to show your ID to come in. You can't come into Cobham if you're over 25 now. I mean, seriously. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Poch out doesn't make any sense. This is a systemic issue at Chelsea. Young, average players being asked to bite more than they can chew. If we get a new manager now, he'll be our 5th in less than 2 years. Yeah, no, it will be. It will be more than that. We can't. That is not sustainable or conducive to any sort of success or trying to build anything by having that many managers in such a short space of time. Best transfer would be to get I don't think that's going to work. That could make things even worse. Final ball let us down today. Thought we played much better than against. Yeah, we did play much better than against United. The bar was low. Yeah, and the final ball did let us down today. If you look at the goals defensively, look, we could do better for sure. We weren't horrendous. It wasn't a United horrendous, but it was better. It was better than United, but it is still nowhere near good enough. Still nowhere near good enough. Yeah, so am I. I'm tired of it as well. Looking at the team, their heads are down, and being so young, it's harder to bring them back from it. Need a goal scorer and a defender. This is what I'm saying. The players that we need and the quality that we need. Are players going to want? Why would players want to come to us? Why, as a player that is an experienced pro, top quality, why would they want to come and play for us? Why? Why would they come and play for us? They wouldn't. It's a problem, and with young players in this environment, like, it's not fair to be doing that, because this is not an environment conducive to success right now. It isn't. It's not an environment conducive to success right now, and we have to try and change that. We have to try and change that. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. I mean, all we can do is just hope that things get better, because right now the window's not open, and yeah, there's not much else we can do. Do you know what's annoying as well? Like, I saw a tweet about this. Who was it from? Let me find it and read it out, because I think it's actually a fair thing to say. Let me have a look at this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, hold on. Let's have a look. Let me quickly find it. Oh, come on! I just need to find this. It's an interesting point. It's on recruitment as well, and just looking at players that would start for us now compared to what we had before. I'll try and find it, but the reality is right now, right, is for example, would Callum Hudson-Odoi still start for Chelsea right now? Yeah, he probably would. Would Tino Livramento start for Chelsea right now? Yes. That's the reality of that's the reality of this situation right now. I'm trying to find it where it was. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I don't think I can. I don't think I can find it. Nah, sack it. Anyway, what else have we got popping off here? So I couldn't find it. Guys, keep running the likes up. 66 in the building still. Let's get this to 80 likes now. Come on, guys. I'm going to round this one out shortly because it's been a long day. I'm tired. Let's try and get 8 more likes. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new round here. Only 2 seasons ago, we were champions of Europe. Yeah, but so much has changed since then. Everything's changed from top to bottom. And the reality of the situation is that too many changes have happened in too short a space of time. And the squad that's been assembled is simply not good enough to compete at the level that is required right now. That is the reality. And if people choose to disagree with that, then that's fine. But like that is just the truth. That is the truth right now. Only good thing we have done is kept that bald fraud in Manchester. Yeah, that is true. Why don't we press teams? I mean, sometimes we do, and then sometimes we fucking don't. Yeah, I've got no idea. Inconsistencies. Young team is going to be inconsistent, but it shouldn't be inconsistent like it is at the moment. Hope Poch doesn't stick in Kunku at striker. Yeah, we need to buy a striker, but I'd rather have Kunku at striker right now than say Broja or Jackson. Fan pressure works. Arsenal didn't want to sack Wenger, but were pushed by the fans. The Glazers spend money after fans go at them. Yeah. No, look, I'm not saying that fan pressure doesn't work, but for sure, like we need to go and spend more money. I don't think the whole fan base wants the manager out. That is absolutely clear. There are people that do, and there are people that don't. I'm just saying that, I'm not going to repeat it again. Well, I will quickly repeat it again, but changing the manager doesn't change the situation at Chelsea. It's as simple as that. It doesn't change anything. If we keep playing bad, do you think fans will stop going? No. People, some fans might stop going, but Chelsea, they will always be sold out. I see no bravery from midfielders or strikers either. No, just buy a good natural striker like Solanke, Osimhen, or Tony. If we don't force Victor, if Chelsea are going to get Osimhen, which I think is almost impossible, then we have to do some sort of Enzo Fernandez style deal that we did in January to get it secured for the summer. I'm sure this board is second guessing now their abilities to identify talent. No, I don't know. Look, I think these players are talented for sure. I think some of them will go on to be very good players. The problem is right now is they're not ready to perform at the level required or the level that we need. That's the issue. Because you love it, and I do enjoy it. I don't enjoy the performances, but I do enjoy it. No, he wasn't that Goodison today, Lewis. No. Look, if people want the manager out, that's fine, and that's their opinion and that's their choice. But it's not the right thing to do, in my opinion. But look, again as well, we had Robert Sanchez, Pochettino saying on Sanchez and Cucurella. Sanchez injured his knee versus United, and Cucurella also twisted his ankle before coming off. He says the injuries are too much to build something solid. They are. And this is where, again, I cut a little bit of sympathy for the manager, because the injuries we've got are a joke. They absolutely are a complete joke. But I don't know what else we can do about it. I just don't know. Um, it's an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know. Our best bet to get Osman would be January. Yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. No, I go by train. I go by train, depending on where the away game is. Obviously, I go by train, and then the closer ones I'll go by tube or whatever it is. But yeah, train normally. Yeah, I'd fuck driving train. Getting beat all the time won't help young players with their confidence or development. No, it absolutely won't, mate. It absolutely won't. Seeing Talksport, they want Pochettino out. Yeah, of course they do, because Talksport's one of them that just wants clickbait and headlines. That's what they do. Pochettino would do well, but it's going to take a longer time than originally thought. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And look, I honestly don't think there's a better manager right now available or realistic that would come to us. I think we've got the best person for the job at the moment. I know it doesn't look like it, but I think I can't see anyone else out there realistically that would do any better. Height / physicality seems to be a big problem. Yeah, this team gets bullied too much. It gets bullied way too much. Simple as that, guys. The team gets bullied too much. It does. That's the reality. They haven't been good enough. It's simple. We haven't been good enough. We need more from them, but at the same time, this is their level. Look, we have to have more from them. The performance has not been good enough. They haven't been good enough. But are we really surprised with how the squad's been assembled, with all the change that we've had? Are we surprised that we're getting this level of performance from these young players? I mean, as a young player, this environment must be horrendous to be in. It must be shocking. Any names you want? Oh, just get me Ivan Toney, but I just don't see. I don't see how that's. I just don't see that happening. Guys, 3 more likes to 80. Come on, people. Keep smashing that like button and make sure you keep subscribing to the channel as well. If you are new round here, that would be greatly appreciated. So let's get that done. Love how we have Sheffield United next, who we should smash, but they will have the new. Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? And Nkunku is our only player we signed that scored double figures. Yeah, look, we haven't got enough experience in the team. We haven't got enough quality and experience. Players haven't been good enough. No, I don't. No, I don't. I think that that we I know football's an emotional sport and that, and people get carried away. But yeah, no, we're absolutely not going to get relegated. Do you think we lack physicality in midfield? Potentially, yes. I think Enzo and Caicedo can be physical players, but in terms of height and physicality, yeah, maybe we are. Maybe we are lacking slightly in that situation. I think that's probably a fair thing to say. But I mean, what else is going on? Have we got? Is there anything else to go through? I don't really know. I think it's also fair to say that, a period like this, obviously not as bad, of course, we didn't think, was going to be inevitable. When Roman left, let's be real, the squad was aging. And look, it was shit. We massively overachieved with that squad of players. We've had to start again. And look, I do, despite recent results, I do still think that, we aren't a bad footballing side. We are just massively missing goals. Massively missing goals. I don't think we're completely shit. That's what I'm that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're completely shit. But at the same time, the results don't lie, and it's yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just not good enough ultimately. At the end of the season, end of the day, sorry, it's just not good enough. Our soul is gone. Top removed all backroom staff. Makes me sick. All backroom staff. No, look, obviously there are going to be changes. Of course there are. I'm not against the changes. It's just way too many of the changes have happened, and they've happened way too quickly. Just play explosive. Yeah, we do as well. Yep. Clown owners running this. It looks like men against boys in midfield. Yeah, it certainly did against United. Midfield was non-existent against United. We are shit. Don't forget 39-39. We are. I know we would not win at Everton away. Yeah, no, I know that. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. But yeah, look, guys, it's tough right now. It really is. The manager's got to do better. The players have got to do better. Everyone's got to do better. It's going to be a long month. It's going to be a long month and a long season. Yeah, of course, the owners. Yes, the owners did hire the sporting directors. Yeah, it's a problem. It's not just a coaching issue. Hopefully, maybe in the summer we can go and get someone like Michael Edwards, put them in charge, or his agency or whatever, put them in charge or whatever. And we need a proper director of football, and we need a proper team building plan. That right now, these directors haven't been good enough. Haven't been good enough. Simple as that. But yeah, guys, I'm knackered right now. Going to round this one out. Thank you so much for you all for tuning in. It's been greatly appreciated. Make sure on the way out you smash that like button still. 2 likes to go to 80. Try and get this as close to 100 as you can, but please keep smashing the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Another really shit day. If I didn't have this channel as my model, we wouldn't be in this mess. Potentially not, but I don't know. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, it's been a tough one. Please smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, better times are coming. 5 things we learned will drop on the channel tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Big all yourselves up, guys, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good start to the week. And as always, up the Chelsea.